Good evening and welcome to the opening night of play and the celebration of the reconstruction of Sportsman Field. Before we cut the ribbon, Town Council Chairman Dave Gilbert is going to say a few words, and then Jeff Foote, our Director of Public Works, will say a few words. Dave?
Thank you, Rick. I'd just like to thank the Public Works Department and Jeff Foote and Archie Jackson and his crew for doing a great job on the field. I'd also like to thank the Park and Rec Department and all the board members for their help. Of course, I'd like to thank Rick for his help and all the counselors. And lastly, I'd like to thank all the taxpayers for voting for this, because this is a great opportunity for us to really move forward and help all the teams in town. And it's just a great looking field. It's going to last forever. We're going to make sure that happens. Thank you.
Jeff?
Thanks, Rick. Just quickly wanted to thank everyone that's been involved, or I've been involved, for Public Works. It's been a great community effort, from the neighbors on the hill on Pinecrest, Deacham, and the camps, to the athletic club, Maria Rocco, to Archie Jackson, who was our clerk of the works for the project. Bill Morrell is here from David White, who constructed the field. And, you know, the SAU had involvement. Just a nice effort by everyone. And I guess with that, I think the boys want to play lacrosse.
Yeah, and thank you to the teams for being our first players on the field. You can remember this for your whole lives. So hold the ribbon nice and tight. And Dave, you have the honors.
There we go.
All right, guys, have fun.
Okay.
Go play.
Go play.
Hi, everyone. Bill Jennings with Bedford Community Television, BCTV. I'm with Rick Sawyer, our Bedford Town Manager. Hello, Rick.
Hi, Bill. How are you?
Good, thank you. Big day.
Yeah, it's great to be here on opening night for the reconstruction of Sportsman's Field. Really a celebration of all this hard work over the last several months, bringing this field to fruition. And it's obviously, as you can see, it's just a beautiful location, a beautiful facility for our residents.
A major change for those of us that have been in town close to 30 years. We're well aware of what this field looked like. A lot of our own kids grew up here, and boy, I think a lot of them would be very envious of what is now here, because as a result of the town council, you, the taxpayers of Bedford, recognizing that we needed a facility like this.
Yeah, absolutely. This represents phase 2 of our multi-year plan to reconstruct all of our recreation fields and improvements across town. Phase 1 was just across the parking lot at Riley Field a couple of years ago. This is phase 2. This was done with tax dollars for sure, but it was also done with $300,000 of recreation impact fees, which are paid by every new house that gets built in town. They pay a certain fee as basically a catch-up formula for coming into town.
This has become quite the sports complex with Riley over here. Now this new, beautiful synthetic turf sports field. And of course the pool that was just dedicated about 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, the splash pad was opened four years ago today. So again, it's just continued investment in our amenities for our residents.
Okay. We're going to have an opportunity to talk to a couple of other people that were involved in this project, but I want to thank Rick Sawyer and certainly the town council and the Bedford taxpayers for bringing this beautiful gem to fruition. I'm now standing beside Jeff Foote, who is the director of the Bedford Public Works. Jeff, this project has been taking place over the last 2 years?
Yeah, so we started the design, I guess it was probably in the end of 2018, hoping to get it funded for 2019. Unfortunately, that didn't occur. And, you know, the town council pursued funding options, and the voters approved it in March of 2020. And then we finalized our design to get it where it is, to get where we are today.
Well, Jeff, I can't thank you enough for managing this program and managing the crews that were down here, and certainly the contractor. I tip my cap to them because it's absolutely beautiful.
It was a nice change up from our roads, bridges, facilities. This was, you know, just a nice project to be a part of. We had a lot of support from, you know, the neighbors on the hill on Pinecrest from putting up with the construction. We had, you know, we involved the leagues to get the field striping as it should be. We involved the school. They, you know, gave us some of their input. The council. It was just a great effort by a lot of people.
I guess it does take a village to get things done.
I guess so, Bill.
I had to end with that cliche. Thanks, Jeff, for your time, and well done. I'm now standing here with Dave Gilbert. He is the chairman of the Bedford Town Council. Quite the day. opening of Sportsman's Field.
Long time coming. Very happy. Extremely happy, actually. I'm glad that we could get this done. Thank the taxpayers for voting for this. And I'd also like Jeff to say Jeff Foote and his crew did a fantastic job, Archie Jackson, and also thank the town manager Rick Sawyer for a very well done job. It's just beautiful. And I think that what's going to happen is we're going to be able to use this field for a long time, and people are going to be able to use it longer in the fall and get on it earlier in the spring. And you'll really see a lot of support from the groups and the teams that use the field. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, and it's, I think sometimes people get confused when they see athletes on this field. They automatically think it's a school field. And as a taxpayer, we pay taxes for both school facility as well as town facilities. Right. But I want people to understand that this is a town-managed facility down here with Riley Field and also Sportsman. And it does take some funding and does take some cooperation. But I'll tell you, and you and I have been in town a long time, and we have been down here with the old wooden lights that were down here, water coming up through the field, safety here now, beautiful field for years to come.
Yeah.
And I can't thank you and the council, Rick Sawyer, and everybody in the town of Bedford for supporting this effort. So come on down, check out Sportsman's Field. It's beautiful. Hope you have the opportunity to watch your kid play, or you might be playing yourself. For BCTV, this is Bill Jennings.